I came out, was homeless again. Through Tonio and Aid, they managed to make me into a case study for the Area Planning Board. They had to give me a code name. My code name was Little Brother, because if they knew it was me, I wasn't a safe bet. They weren't going to like put 15 grand in and then another 15 grand in for 3 months and 3 months of my recovery in a rehab. Not a chance. Wasn't a safe bet. So the way that happened was every now and again, Tony would find me, might be in a shop doorway, might be wherever else was, he'd get in touch somehow, and he told me, just go to the library and write where you are at now. You know, don't embroider it, just say where you are, the feelings you have, and he was building up a case of evidence to submit to the Area Planning Board to just to show that this man's going to die. So the Area Planning Board finally voted that they were going to give Little Brother the funding. I went to Detox here in Wrexham, and then went to Open Minds here in Wrexham. And I did 3 months, and the Area Planning Board pretty much threw the next 3 months at me.
Yeah.
And then I came out and I got busy. I went to a sober house. It wasn't very sober. There were people dying in there. So I think the toughest thing about recovery when you're getting into recovery is appropriate housing. So Tony again managed to kind of broker a meeting with me and NACRO, because ex-offender, for housing, and they gave me a flat. It was a shithole. I was grateful for it.
Yeah.
It was opposite a chemist, where they give people methadone, buy a phone box where people score from, buy a park where people do it in, buy the Salvation Army there to get there. So I was still, and the other 3 occupants of the building were also in addiction, one type or another. So it wasn't a good place for me. But I used to go down to Evolve, which is a voluntary organisation. They gave me a room just to be somewhere, and then a little bit later on, Champion's House did Lisa and Steve did that for me down there. They allowed me to be somewhere, and it's so important for me to get up. This is after, and go somewhere.